Sorry guys, this is the boring part, washing dishes. I'll get back to the prepping and the cooking in a minute. I just need to catch up. I'm solo dolo all day, so. How's everybody doing out there? For me, washing dishes is very therapeutic. I could do this all day. Not really. I don't mind. This is my first time streaming live on YouTube. If anybody can please just type in the chat so I can see if the chat is integrated to my Twitch channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. I just want to get it right for everybody. If not, I gotta add the YouTube chat to the stream elements. Just knock out this last dish. Oh, my boy. How are you, sir? I gotta make the font a little bit bigger. I need binoculars to read the letters. Give me 1 second. The day is very, very well. It's a really good day, actually. We got messaged on. Hold on, let me see if I can make this chat bigger. We got messaged on Facebook Messenger about this Food Network show that wants to feature our restaurant as one of America's best restaurants. I'm not kidding you. Nothing's set in stone yet, so I don't want to, get my hopes up, but Sugar Bones Tacos can really be on that, what do you call it, countrywide scale. I know, dude. The vices of video games led me here. Imagine. Okay, so I don't think that the chat is working for YouTube. Oh, can you do me a solid? Can you go on YouTube and type in the chat on YouTube on the live stream so I can see if it actually works? Please, my friend. Hey, how sick is that? All right, I gotta make it bigger because what is this? A live stream for ants? We're making moves, peoples. It all started on Twitch. Sick. I'd like to thank the Halo Infinite servers for getting me to this point. For quitting and saying, you know what? We got better things to do. Let me turn the volume down. I don't want to get banned. Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm about to be Ninja's neighbor right now. Sheesh. All right, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, stream elements. I gotta make the things bigger. Got a lot of work I gotta do too, so that's good. About to get to it. Alright. Let's see, font size needs to be. I think that's good. Yo, what up, Jake Tucker? How's it doing? Click, copy. Wait, how am I supposed to add that widget to my? Oh yeah. All right, friends. Sorry, give me 1 second. I gotta Let's see what that looks like. Oh, type it to the chat for a second. I want to see if the bubbles, the letters come up bigger. Ah, there we go. Is it okay? Is there too big or is it too big? Let me know. Be honest. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little big. All right, let me lower this a little bit. Let's go down to. Let's go down to 23. See? Okay. We're troubleshooting here, friends. Sorry. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good. Awesome. Let me just put that back on there. Edits. Boom. All right, we there. I just got to squint a little bit. It's all good. Got to get my eyes working anyways. Rocking and rolling. All right, cool. Let's get it. Yeah, it's cool, huh? It's good because I felt like I was getting torn between YouTube and Twitch. And I was getting a little sad inside, but now that we're all joined friends, I'm happy. I appreciate it. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. I know we do a lot of burritos, so whichever one, I'm glad, you know, it's a shot in the dark for me, but I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna do some veggie prep, the fun stuff. That actually helps me better to see the chat if I go up with it. Nice. I dig it. Thanks. Alright, let's do, we got pineapple. We do burritos, quesadillas, tacos. Here, I'll show you the menu real quick. I can't do this that much when I'm making a video, but I can show you right now. There we go. Let's check out the restaurant. Telling you. You know, it's crazy you said that. I literally just ordered a battery charger last night on Amazon. Let's get it. All right. While we're here, I'm going to cut this pineapple. I'm going to show you the best way that I do it. I didn't mean for it to be a class, but since we're all here hanging out, I'm saying might as well. All right. So the first thing I do is I cut the top. Pineapples in Washington are amazing because they come from Hawaii. They're sweeter than normal, and they're cheap. All right. And then the back end, I just want to create a base. Boom. All right. Now I have something to go off of. And all I'm gonna do is carve this bad boy. Give me 1 second. Sugar Boss Tacos. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, Washington. I moved here, well, we both moved, my wife and I moved here from California, but I'm from Chicago originally. My wife's from California. So when you're carving this pineapple, you want to just kind of follow the curvature of the pineapple. I like to use a bread knife, a serrated knife, so that you're not really like hacking off chunks of the pineapple that are good and edible. You just want to follow that curvature, right? We've tried, we use pineapple, fresh pineapple for our El Pastor meat. We don't use the canned pineapples because the canned pineapples honestly give you like a burn in the back of your throat, and they're just too sweet, like unnaturally sweet. I'd rather you get the inconsistencies of a fresh pineapple to off balance that extra fake sweetener that comes in that pineapple can. Not bad though with ham, you know. I'm from the Pilsen area. I lived a lot of different places, but mostly I lived on Sturmac in California. And you know, I lived on the north side a little bit, Wicker Park area, when I was little. But the majority of my time I spent on the southwest side. You know, a lot of violence, a lot of friends and family lost, man. You know, it's crazy is we get a lot of We get a lot of military people, and they're from like, you know, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and every time they leave or they get you know, deployed out or go somewhere else, they always like say their goodbyes here, which is cool, you know, because I feel like we're like a home away from home. This restaurant, you know, because we brought food to Washington that we couldn't find, and it just resonates with our flavors, you know. Oh, the scorcher burrito, yeah. The scorcher burrito is no joke. We actually partnered with a farm, a local farm, and we got some Trinidad ghost peppers, and I made a burrito out of that. And honestly, it wasn't that hot. I thought it was gonna be a lot. I was expecting so much more, but it's probably because I eat hot stuff all day long. Anyways, I probably got like candle wax for like innards. Kenny, what up, my boy? I see you there. Once I carve this pineapple and there's no, you know, stems poking out of this bad boy or seeds, I like to use an actual chef's knife because it's just going to get more consistent chops, which I has right here. And let me get a 6-pan. Oh, for sure. You know what it is though? Like, look, I could say this because I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican, but you know, unfortunately, not all grandmas can cook, dude. I'm gonna say it right there. I said it first. All right, the recipes are not good. I'm sorry to tell you. Your family loves you so much that they would never want to hurt your feelings, but I'm gonna tell you, this once a year tamale that I get, it's not cutting it. It's no salt. Swear. You know? So a lot of these people, they start on this false pretense like, oh, this Mexican food is the best, when they've never really branched out or tried other things. Like, of course, yeah, I would, you know, there's some Mexican restaurants that do certain things better than others, but it's more in like the experience, not just the category of Mexican food. It's, you know, restaurants in general. What does the consumer like? What does the consumer not like? And you go from there, you know? That's just my opinion. That's my take. I made Mexican food like growing up and stuff, but working professionally in restaurants, not really until after we, you know, opened our own restaurant. And then I really started to dive deep. I just took the same approach that I took in anything in my, you know, culinary career. I really want to understand the ins and outs of it, what's authentic, what's not, and really try to just pay respect, but at the same time really chase those flavors from my childhood, because that's what I like to eat, the food that I like to eat, not what's available in the area. You know, you always try to figure out how to make that pasta dish or that breakfast or whatever it might be, you know, if you're in that industry. I'm telling you, man. Look, I need to learn how to cook Puerto Rican food. My mom makes the best Puerto Rican rice con gandules, acapullas, pastelillos, everything. She's a walking Puerto Rican restaurant. Lechon, dude. I want to start selling lechon in the restaurant too, but I got to do it right. So I might have to use like 3 or 4 pigs before I get it right. Maybe I'll just give it away. Kenny, do you like olives? because that's a Puerto Rican thing. I love olives. I love like olives like in fancy like, you know, charcuterie boards and stuff, but I love olives in Puerto Rican food. Dang, you gotta come to the Greek side, dude. The olives are fire, dude, and they're good for you too. You just gotta experiment more. Look, the worst thing in the world, in my opinion, is cottage cheese. Not that it tastes bad, it's a texture thing for me. I don't think I'd ever mustered up the courage to eat cottage cheese. All right, because it's just not for me. Same thing with like caviar. All those little baby eggs, I'm straight. But besides that, dude, I'll eat a duck, bear, whatever. I'll eat vegetables, plants. Those two things are my enemy. Dang, that's fire. My aunt used to do that and then put a little, you know, one of those little pre-mixed salad mixes you would get at the grocery store with some ranch and tomato wedges. Oh my gosh. French bread, dude, you gotta get the French bread. Right? That's funny because like when my wife and I, you know, moved in together or whatever, I'd always eat bread with butter for every meal. And she's like, what are you doing, dude? That's so unhealthy. I was like, this is what we've been doing like my whole life. You know, I don't do it anymore, but it's funny how we're brainwashed, like, as kids, like butter, bread. Bachelor diet, I swear when I was like 14 years old, my daily meal was like a cup of noodles, bologna sandwich, and probably a RC cola or something crazy like that. And I was like playing basketball full time. Like, what the hell's wrong with this kid? Drinking soda on the court. What pal? That's what I'm talking about. Crackers and butter. Nah, I don't know what that is. I know what like a biscotti, like where you dip it in your espresso. That's some fancy Italiano stuff. But butter? Like those Chesapeake Bay cookies, like the butter cookies. Green Goya crackers. Oh, like saltine crackers. Oh, like the little sweet ones. Oh yeah, those are good. But honestly, I only see those like at like my aunt's house. Don't mess those up, dude. Alright. We got pineapple diced. Take you guys in the cooler too. Ain't got nothing to hide in this bad boy. Got all of our cooked meat, our beef, pork, chicken, dairy. You got our chata that we just made not too long ago. Overflow of vegetables and fruit, raw prep product, raw canned juices. And then we got all of our cooked prepped sauces or marinades. And then up top, cheese sauce, beans, just heavy use prep items that we need to cool down in big copious amounts. All right, we're gonna cut some limes too. Who we got over there? Shaq Diesel? What up, Shaq? Swag surfing, my boy? All right. I got a a GoPro selfie stick in the mail today, so I'll be able to set up the live stream better moving forward. Baby steps, you know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom real quick. So while those limes are rinsing, I'm gonna start firing some of the proteins for lunch. I've got them all pretty much done except for El Pastor, so we could do the El Pastor side by side, which is cool. Kind of show you guys. Normally you see the El Pastor on a spit, and they're cooking it out in the open. We do it on a flat grill. It's safer. And it's more consistent. Get these knives cleaned up real quick. And then soap, water, sanitizer solution. Sanitizer solution should be anywhere between 200 to 400 parts per million. That's the sweet spot. That's what kills bacteria on tables. Normally I try to go a little bit more above that, and so that once you put that towel in there, it dilutes it a little bit, but you'll be able to still have enough impact to sanitize the tables properly. And then this is that thing I was telling you guys about. These are chlorine testing strips. When you get up to that 500 mark, that's where the sanitizer kind of becomes toxic, and it makes the table or whatever contact surface that you're working on have a chemical on it, essentially. Okay. Let's do this. So this is our El Pastor meat. It's sliced pork cushion. And it's cut. It's sliced into 1/4 inch pieces. So not only are we gonna get consistent sear on it, we're also gonna get a nice bite. It's not gonna be too dense or too chewy, because we can see the fatty parts of it because of how thin it's cut. So, and we'll make sure that we cut with the grain and then against the grain. Just trying to find some nice pieces. And then with El Pastor meat, it cooks really fast. It's probably the fastest piece of meat that we have that cooks the fastest. So we really got to pay attention to it and monitor it. Stand over it. Not play with it too much, but just make sure that it's cooking evenly. Excuse me. All right, so while that's cooking and searing, we're gonna season this with salt and pepper. Salt and pepper really is a preference, but I would double up on the salt to the pepper, 2-to-1 ratio. And that bad boy's just gonna keep cooking. And then in the pot, we got about 10 pounds of pinto beans just boiling away. This is always good to have in a kitchen, a toolbox, a literal toolbox. You can get these from Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards or whatever you have, any kind of home improvement store. These things are like 10 bucks, and you can keep all your tools in here. You know, obviously you got to clean it out often, but it keeps everything tight so that you're not trying to scramble and try to find tools everywhere. Even right here, as you can see, we're kind of crazy about stuff. You know, we got the whisks shaped from smallest to biggest, and then the same thing with the pots. You know, we just want to be intentional with the amount of product, the amount of tools that we have on hand, and the amount of containers that we have. We don't want to have a bunch of containers that we're consistently washing when we don't even need that many. We're kind of building our inventory as we get busier throughout the years. It's better that way versus ordering, you know, 32 pans and only being able to use 4 of them. Now you're sitting on something that's expensive that you can't even use. I'm telling you. Look, we got down to the brass tacks, right? Okay, so like a traditional, like a 9-inch round plate at, I don't know, like Pier 1 Imports. Is that even a thing anymore? I don't know, anywhere you buy a plate, normal like 9-inch round plate would cost probably about $10 a plate, right? Let's say for a porcelain plate, right? And if it gets chipped or something happens to it, you can't serve food on it anymore. It's done. You know, you can't use it anymore. You probably can use it at home, but with these little pizza pan 9-inch rounds, these things cost, I think they were like 25 cents each, right? I ordered like, I don't know, like 50 of them, and they're pretty much indestructible. You put the tacos on here, it looks cool, and the pan, they can be cleaned and washed and scrubbed and beaten, and they never like lose their what do you call it? What's that word I'm thinking about? Integrity. Yeah, there you go. They just always stay the same. And those things are really good because when I used to run the Cheesecake Factory, the dishwashers would break stacks of plates, and some of those plates were like $30-something each. You know, one jumbo oval was $33, and they would drop stacks of them because they thought they were like cool carrying heavy plates. So I knew that my wife and I knew that going into our own business, we're not gonna take the chance of spending all this money on things that are gonna break. It's inevitable. It's just fine tuning, man, you know? I wish I'm learning more about cars every day, or not every day, but every time my car messes up, I learn more about it. But you know, once I understand all the components of it, I feel like I'll be pretty decent at like working on my own car, you know? It's the same thing in a restaurant, but I've been living in a restaurant pretty much my whole life, you know? And I realized when I went on my own versus like being at the corporate world, everything costs a lot of money. Everything costs money. And even when you think you have enough, heck no, something happens. And that was all before we even opened the doors. We had ran out of money, and we had problems with equipment, you know? But we had a little something on the side, and we just gave it our all, and it bared fruit eventually. Oh yeah. Come back to that. How you doing?
¿No es español?
Poco.
Poco. Lo demás que pediste no había.
Okay.
Hielo no.
¿De copa tapas?
No.
No. Okay.
¿Qué otra cosa era?
Eso está bien.
Sí, no había más.
No más.
Sí, esto en tu aplicación no estará.
Ajá.
En tu recibo virtual sí.
Okay.
El cilantro.
Okay. Gracias.
Sí.
Have a good day. I ordered like 10 things and got 3. It's all good. All right, let me finish this real quick. So what I mean by with the grain, so if you look really closely to here, you see how the lines are going up and down? That's where you want to cut your knife through because it's going to be an easier slice versus going against it, which is going to make it harder. It's going to make the meat tougher. You really have to take your time and get through those lines. But once you get through those lines, it makes the sides easier to chop up. Makes for a better bite, and we're trying to go for 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch pieces because yes, the protein is the star of the show. We also want to make sure that they get a little bit of everything: onions, pineapple, the salsa, the cilantro, just, you know, the overall, every bite needs to be like that. It can't just be a little bit you take a bite and you pull all the protein out, and now you got this vegetarian taco. If you like vegetarian, you're straight. But you know what I'm saying? It's not okay. All right. So after all we did was we put canola oil, salt and pepper. That's it. Obviously, there's a marinade that's in there. We can go through that marinade in a little bit. I'm actually gonna make the marinade, but that's it. And then the onions, they're just for flavor, caramelization. Salt and pepper just on the onions, right? And then we're gonna hit it with some canola oil again. And we're just gonna kind of let it do its thing. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna get these vegetables moving along. Once the onions start to get a little bit translucent, they'll start to get sweet, and then we'll incorporate all that together. And then we'll hit it with another marinade just to rehydrate the proteins, the areas that we cut in the meat that were open that don't have any color on them. So we really want to get in between every nook and cranny when we're making this. A green salsa after that also. Got a lot of things we're juggling right now, but we're good. All right, here we go. So we're gonna mix this all together. The flat grill is set to 350 degrees. Awesome. And now we're gonna hit it with some of the marinade. And we got a couple orders walking in too, which is awesome. You see how vibrant that is? It's literally the marinade that we use for that, but we also add pineapple juice in there just to really bring that sweet, refreshing, deep, rich, like Aztec flavor to it. People love the El Pastor. And I did the El Pastor so much injustice in the beginning because I used to get pork that was diced already. There's nothing like a thinly sliced cut of meat that you can dice up and really taste the tenderness. I know they forgave me for that, you know, trial and error. All right, so we got a Cali burrito with steak and a Cali burrito with chicken. Let's get it. So I always drop the fries. You always, when you're looking at a ticket, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Kenny? Let me see. I appreciate you, Kenny. I'll talk to you soon, okay? All right. So anytime I look at a ticket, the first thing you want to start is the thing that's going to take the longest time. So in our instance is the fries for the California burritos. So 2 ounces each in each burrito. And we're going to drop that in a 350 fryer. And we're gonna fry for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. All right. Okay. All right, so we got a steak Cali and a chicken Cali. When opening the packages of the burrito tortillas, you want to make sure that the flaps are all open all the way, because what you don't want to do is have one of these burritos tear. The burrito tortillas tear. Okay. Boom. Take about 20 to 30 seconds on each side. Minute 42 left on the tortillas. On the fries. Let's see if we can get everything finished within that time limit. Okay. Jet Fireman, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Okay. All right, so we got a chicken one and we got a steak one. So the first thing I'm gonna do is our 4 ounces of beans. On both, we're gonna do these at the same time. Okay. Rice looks great. You guys gotta let me know if you want the recipe for the rice, because I got you for a small fee. Imagine. Nah. I just love Mexican rice. I would be more than happy to share it with the world. In the morning time I do, this is something that I just started this year. We would normally open at 11:30, but I replaced playing video games in the morning and streaming on Twitch to just really focusing on what we do full-time anyways, which is own this restaurant and operate it. So I took the morning times of playing video games and live streaming into just opening the restaurant earlier. And my wife and I have this business. We have a lash business. So the majority of the time we're just busy, but we made this work, and God has blessed us with sales and the YouTube channel that's been doing great. It's just it was all good. It's been all good, All these burritos get onions and cilantro. Okay, our red mild salsa. And then our mild green salsa. I got you. I'll make a video on how to make it, but I'll tell you the recipe right now if you want to write it down. Do you have like an electric rice cooker anywhere? Boom, cheese sauce. Let's get it. Okay. Oh, yeah, sour cream. All right, you ready? The rule of thumb is the amount of rice that you use, you always double up with water. Okay, so our recipe is 3 cups of rice, 3 cups of rice, 1.5 quarts, which is 6 cups of hot water, 3 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, and 3 packets of sazon. Look at, sometimes you get these burritos that explode on the bottom. You just got to make another one. Unfortunate, but this is like John Wick. It's in one take. We're not editing anything out. We're fighting the enemy head on. You know what I mean? All right. The chicken one survived. Of course. I know. You know, dude, it just be like that sometimes. It's like Halo, you know? It's laggy, unexpected. No, honestly, what happens sometimes is we get tortillas that you can tell they got kind of caught on the conveyor belt when they were produced, and they'll leave like a cut right here or something, or a cut in the middle, a real fine cut. Or sometimes the line cooks think they're cool and they'll cut the bag instead of opening it, and they'll just cut through like 6 burritos and they won't say anything. It's like, chill out, dude. You can open the tortilla bag with your bare hands. Imagine. Sheesh. I'm in Canada, eh? I'm in Canada, connected to that Texas server, getting destroyed in RL. Don't worry, we'll jazz this up. We'll put more cheese, put more sauce, throw a little bit more meat in there for the inconvenience. Okay. No worries. Better than ever. They got the plug by accident, but I'm glad. What up, John? My boy. You still Raider Nation, fool? Yeah. With Pete Carroll? There we go. I haven't seen you since Justin.tv, my boy. I hope everything's good with you, my friend. Dude, you guys got Pete Carroll. It's crazy. That's a sick move, dude. I don't know if they're going to keep... I don't even know who your quarterback is anymore. Justin Fields, and maybe. Hello. Anything that's a DoorDash or online order, we'll staple the ticket to it and validate that bad boy. It's cool because DoorDash kind of changed their policy because before we would get like scammers that would just steal the food and shut their app off. And then like we'll have a scammer call the restaurant and say, oh, can you remake that? And it's like, number one, nope, I don't work for DoorDash, all right? I'm not remaking shit, okay? I need a ticket. I need that to be paid for. And then we'll go from there. And when they've kind of figured out that we started catching on to that stuff, you know, they had like a survey come out for restaurant owners. And I told them straight up, like, dude, like, I don't know how you're going to prevent this thieving stuff. So now our restaurant, they're required to take pictures of the receipts before they even leave. So another step of validation. Vernon, Washington? I have no idea, dude. But I can look. I don't know. We're more towards like Oregon, Washington, Oregon. Like Oregon from us is like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have to get back to you with that information. Okay. About to get ready for this shift, so I'm gonna clean this grill real quick. I'm gonna lock in. 1 second. Pick it up?
Yeah. DoorDash for tomorrow.
Yep. There's that.
Have a good day.
You too, thank you. Okay. Stay on track. Mount Vernon. Not sure. Are you in the Bay Area? Northern Cali? I'm gonna put some music on really, really low because it's like a silent library in this bad boy. All right, cool. When you pour this water over the grill, essentially we're just trying to release the oils that are stuck in between the little line fibers. So if you look at this flat grill surface, you would think that it's just one slab of metal. It's actually a bunch of like lines that are circled around, and then they cut it off into that. So when you're cleaning a grill, it's always good to do circular motions, not back and forth motions, because then you'll really get into those lines that you can't see. And just water and heat will take off a lot of that oil. But our grills can get really hot sometimes, more than 350. We really have to monitor it because we don't have a high limit switch on this. It just makes, I feel like in anything that you do, if you have like a complete understanding of something, your job can be, you could perform at a higher level, and you could also really be the best at your job, and you probably have the solution to a lot of problems that a lot of businesses and companies are facing, and you just haven't even dabbled in that field yet, that job field, Let that sit for a minute. We're gonna do our green salsa also. I was waiting for those cilantro sprigs to come in. Is it a bunch? A bunch. I'm just gonna gather all these ingredients real quick. Still gotta wash all these and go through them. Make sure there's no dirt or ladybugs. There's always ladybugs in cilantro for some reason. I don't want to hurt those poor little things. Sorry, I don't want to burn myself while doing a live tutorial. I don't know what my family would think of me. Imagine. Ah, don't look at me. That episode of The Simpsons. I'm the executive chef. Washing dishes. Grilled bricks are a thing of the past, let me tell you. Gotta use this bad boy right here. I learned that from a little teppanyaki spot where they cook in front of you. This is the way to go. This thing and that thing, voila. Peanut butter and jelly, I'm telling you. I'm gonna wash these. I'll need this and then we'll wash them. Okay. Circular motions. Like a ShamWow infomercial. Ew. And then on the edges, obviously, you're not going to be able to get those circular motions. So a bit of elbow grease and we're good to go. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, my friends. My phone's about to die. But I got a video premiering at noon today, Pacific Standard Time. Check it out. I appreciate you all. I'm going to charge my phone. We'll probably go live for lunch. But thank you all for supporting the channel. We appreciate everything. We're just doing our best, working hard, and just showing you pretty much our life. We appreciate it all, guys. Have a good one.